How is this legal? 72-year-old woman's life insurance policy is being terminated, despite her premiums being paid and every month on time since 1987. So 36, 37 years. TikToker says, how did this happen? Well, let me tell you. It goes along the lines of breaking the bond between people and a higher power, and then breaking the money quickly after that. That's it. End of video. End of story. This is not hard. We're a society constantly putting band-aids on bullet holes. We do not want the answer. We do not want truth. We do not want the root cause. We do not want to fix things. Because if we did, we would fix them. They'd be pretty simple, pretty easy. Everyone knows there's a problem with the roads here in Michigan, but yet they're never fixed. We never fix them. We just continue to do the same things over and over again. We continue letting contractors launder money and politicians launder money. We know there's a problem sending cash over to Ukraine and endless wars everywhere, but we won't let the accountants audit the money, audit the cash. We know there's a problem with our currency just falling like sand out of the hands of the Pentagon. Past, maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago was the last time they passed an audit. Can't audit them. Don't know what it is. Can't audit the Fed Fort Knox. Can't audit Fort Knox because we don't know where the gold is. So we can't do that. We can keep doing this. We can keep going on and on and on. Oh, how about this? We didn't let people get medicine or healthcare because they didn't inject a certain substance into their body over the last 3 years. You just got turned away. Your healthcare, whatever else you need, sorry, it doesn't matter because you're gone. Doesn't matter. Does not matter anymore. This is the world we have created unto ourselves. This is the incentives of the system. The system is incentivized by fiat, by decree, by hot air to do malicious things. There's no other way to say it. So this is something I've been arguing with insurance broker friends of mine for a long time, life insurance brokers, etc. This is a process where the insurance companies, they're third parties. Your livelihood is being locked away in a third party, which you have no control over. And then everyone just tells me, well, it's a promise. It's a contract. Okay. And how often are those broken? And what are you going to do about it? Are you going to sue them? Do you have enough money, enough power, enough clout to get your cash? I've been saying this for years. And now this is the first article I've ever seen, because we're now getting to a point now where 401ks, IRAs, things are going to get raided. Places where cash is stashed. When your cash is inside the system with a third party, you are under the gun. And this is the same thing where Nolan Powerlight talks about the Russian assets, the Russian liabilities, the cash that we froze out of the SWIFT system will be unfrozen and given to Ukraine. And that will be probably the tipping point. I would venture to guess that within months we will see Russia start denominating energy, their resources, in Bitcoin, an immovable, uncensorable, unconfiscatable measuring stick that cannot be effed with. If you have it in cold storage, if you have your 12 or 24 words, your own vault, no one can F with you. Because newsflash, when people say, well, it's digital, Brandon, I want to be able to hold something, the internet's going to go down. Okay, well, if you're going to live with that tail risk the rest of your life, like a solar flare or whatever, I'd prepare for that. I would prepare for it. Not likely, but let's prepare for it. But if that happens, then militaries go down. Then the internet goes down. Then the banking system goes down because, newsflash, again, your currency is digital. It's already digital. It's digits in a computer, digits in a bank, and they just type it up out of nowhere. So I've been down these roads. I've tried to come up with all the objections I could over the last 6, 7, 8 years, and there just are none. Hence why we talk about Bitcoin so much. Hence why I am spending my life going forward talking about what we're doing here and educating the youth, educating the older generations, educating everyone on Bitcoin, on truth, on sound money. That's the only thing we can do. That's it. Is hope that the people around us will start to educate and will start to want to understand what's going on, period. Because things like this will continue to happen until people, hopefully, when it's not too late, people will wake up and start seeing, oh my goodness, what am I doing? What am I doing? So I really, really, really hope that people see this as a wake-up call, a clarion call. This is it. The thing I've been worrying about for a long time. The things you could see coming. Follow the trend as your friend. Follow the trend. Follow what the actions your government is taking. If they're willing to go to depths where it sees something, say something, tattling on your neighbors, Anne Frank style, or they're willing to deny healthcare life-saving care, you out of a hospital because you didn't do something they told you to do. Think about that. This is America. The government forcing you to do things, forcing you to buy healthcare was. Now they're forcing you to get things into your body. Think about that world. What will they stop at? And they can't. That's the game. That is the catch in all this. They cannot stop because the system is blowing up. The fiat debt-based legacy monetary Titanic is going under the waves, and they have to scratch and claw, grab at straws. They're the drowning man in the water, and they have to do every single thing possible to keep you inside the system. As Christine Lagarde said, if there's an escape hatch, the people will escape. Bitcoin is that escape hatch. It's an escape hatch, separation of money from state. It's an escape hatch from the ruling class, from these people who have had control over the populations for thousands of years, forever. And they've been slowly losing control over the last few hundred years, and no more so than ever before, than now, in the last 15 years with Bitcoin, where people can now use their own money and they can now transact freely, move about the world freely, move about the universe freely because they have unconfiscatable money. That's the world we are living in now. The people that sit there and like, well, it's not going to be good. Governments will never let it. Guess what? Politics are downstream from culture. We will force that change. Bitcoin, you don't change Bitcoin. Bitcoin changes you. We will make the governments change because we are the government at the end of the day. So let this be a wake-up call. Your life insurance policy, your ETF, your 401k, your pension, your stock portfolio, it's all garbage. It's all third-party controlled. You don't think that would be captured at the one click of a button, one fell swoop, one stroke of the pen, of the executive order pen? Then you got another thing coming. This is the wake-up call. Please share this out. It's more imperative than ever. Question everything with boldness, even the existence of God himself. Trust but verify what I'm saying. It's not financial advice. It's freedom advice. I look forward to seeing you on the next one.